Danny's camera just went out. Not sure what happened with him.
Well, he gone.
And now he's out. I don't know what happened.
Bye,
Where'd
Felicia.
he go?
Where'd who go?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the No Sauce Podcast, Season 6, Episode 2 of this new season. John is watching right now the Vegas Golden Knights and the Utah Mammoth in the NHL playoffs. The Golden Knights won the first game 4-2 the other night on Sunday. Danny's camera just went out. Not sure what happened with him.
Well, he gone.
And now he's out. I don't know what happened.
Bye, Felicia.
Where'd he go?
Where'd who go?
There he is. He came back. He's back. I don't know what happened.
Like recording error right off the bat. So now I'm the douchebag for episode 2. Usually it's Kyle, but yeah, I'll take this
I
one.
had camera issues last week.
Yeah.
Danny has camera issues tonight. Great way to start off this episode. It's fantastic.
Dude,
so
you guys are just a hot mess.
we are a hot mess. I love that you went, John, to that whole "Where'd who go" line, because that was in my my mic'd up moment from softball the other night too. So that's like, it's just a classic.
Was it?
Classic.
Nobody pays attention to that. He's down for the count.
He is down.
Get him out of here.
We can't even do the top 10 if he's not in here, because there's supposed to be a debate between all three of us. So tonight we're going to do my top 10. So we're going to start a new. We talked about this on the last episode. We're going to start doing a top 10 thing each week. And it's going to be one of us is presenting a top 10. This week, it's mine. The topic is top 10 true story sports movies. So there's a lot of them. And I have so many on my list that it was like hard to pick, but I came up with 10. It's going to be a debate. I know I'm going to get a bloodbath from these two because they're going to be so angry probably at some of my picks, but we'll see what happens. That'll come later. As you can see, John is focused. He is laser focused on this game too, because it's the first year that the Utah Mammoth are in the playoffs, second year in Salt Lake City. And right now it's 1-1 still is it in the first period, second period?
I believe second period. About they're doing some stupid. I hate this. I hate that ESPN does this. In the middle of a game, you're interviewing a player. It's not like in between, periods, like during intermission. No, like 8.5 minutes to go in the period, and you're pulling a guy over to the side.
Is it a timeout, or is the game actually going?
No, it's a timeout.
See, that's my thing. I hate that too. I hate the in-game interviews, like with coaches, when it's a media timeout and they're just trying to go coach. They don't want to talk to the.
Yeah, I think is the most ridiculous thing in the world. It's asinine.
He's back. Danny, we're talking right now about these in-game interviews, like during timeouts and other things. How we don't like. It says your actual recording is higher quality, so your recording, your local recording is actually pretty good. D.
Yeah. Somebody's going to go to their cell phone. And we're going to get the Danny, like this view of Danny.
It's all right. I've been there, done that. I've had camera issues, as you saw at the end of the last episode of this No Sauce podcast. So,
yeah.
Anyways, back to these in-game interviews. The thing that pisses me off or that frustrates me is it's just stupid questions. Like, it's nothing that everybody doesn't know already. Like that, it's pointless.
Well, it's like number one, in the middle of a game, whether you're a coach, you're a player, whoever, you should be focused on it. It's a timeout. This is the one opportunity you have to go sit down on the bench and relax, and like all the coaches come talk to you, they're talking strategy, but you're being pulled off for a couple minutes to go over and have a chit chat. And anything they're going to tell you, oh, hey, what are you guys going to change here in a few minutes? You think I'm going to tell you that? Because like we're still mid-game. I'm not going to tell you the adjustments. It's just like our head coach was interviewed before the game. Coach Turney, tell us, so what, obviously a very physical first game. What are you guys going to change for this game to ensure that, a victory? And he's like, well, we're definitely going to make some changes, but I'm not going to tell you. And I was like, bravo, coach. Well done. I like, it's like the Marshawn Lynch. Like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like,
yeah, that's almost exactly what it's like.
yeah.
Oh, we're missing Danny. He's coming. He's having computer problems. He's having video problems. I don't know what it is. He worked just fine the other night, so it sounds like maybe it's a personal problem. I don't know. Could be.
Well, typically it's a personal problem for him.
Oh my goodness. I'm so tired. I started working out again.
Yeah. You're looking good.
What's that?
You're looking good.
Yeah.
I think.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's getting there. No, I have lost 11 pounds over the last week and a half. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm on the tirzepatide. Sue me, whatever. Blame. Say I'm cheating, whatever you want. But also, haven't had fast food in almost 2 weeks. I haven't had a soda in 2 weeks.
Good. Diet
Thursday
or
would
anything.
be 2 soda, or 2 weeks. So yeah, but a lot of water. That's all I'm drinking is water and
That's
protein
awesome.
shakes and a lot of protein, fiber, things like that. So yeah, it's felt good. It's been good to be back in that gym. That new Anytime Fitness out here in Eagle Mountain is nice, and it's not.
Is it?
Not
I mean, it's
packed
probably
like
not like
Vasa is.
equipment wise. It's probably not like Vasa, but it's probably a lot less crowded.
Yeah,
a lot less issues that you have to deal with.
Yeah, it's
So.
the equipment is very different. Not very different. They have the racks and the squat racks and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
there's not as many, because obviously there's not as many people. So it's been kind of nice. And like I said, I can go anytime really during the day when I don't have a meeting or something, and so it's not terrible. And then on their app, it actually shows how many people are at the gym. So I can tell when it's busy and when it's not busy. So I really like that. I love that feature, and just feels good to be working out again. So what happened?
I'm just watching this game, and like,
don't blame the officials. Don't blame the officials.
No, like I mean, there's part of it that I have to. Yes.
Apparently, the Mammoth scored a goal right there.
There you go. 2-1.
Apparently, they scored a goal. You could tell right there. Do you see that reaction? That's what you get.
Let's go.
So, good times. I don't know if they play the horn outside the T-Mobile Arena when
the opposing team scores. No.
Just when the Golden Knights. I had the worst experience at the Golden Knights game. We've already discussed this on one of the other episodes. Danny's back. He will know of this. Hopefully it works now. We'll see. He's, crossing his fingers. Is he going to kick you out again?
Like how he's like all like slow mo. Don't move.
I don't want to move too much.
Just sit here like this. See ya.
Just use your phone, Danny. Just use your phone. Yeah. Your computer's not working tonight. I really got to go out there to Elko and figure this technology stuff out for this guy because he's having issues. He's having major issues. So
yeah, we might need to. Except I don't want to go out to Elko. I could totally help him. I mean, you don't see it right now, but I've got a normal computer that's running the 2 screens up here. That I've got the Avs Kings game and I've got the Mammoth Golden Knights game. I've got this computer that's running here and these 2 screens. I got plenty of. I also have another computer over. We're all set up. We're all set up, Kyle.
Well, I got my computer down here in the basement. Hey, Caroline, how are you?
He says, "What's up?"
What's up?
What's up? You're missing your 2 front teeth.
Okay.
Yeah, you are missing your 2 front teeth. He says. Yeah, normally that age they start to lose those. No, so what I was saying was, before I got really excited because we scored, is I'm seeing a level of checking, which it's a physical. It's going to be a physical series. It's going to be physical in the playoffs in general. But I'm seeing a lot of. I know. Yeah, but I'm seeing a lot of checks. Like instead of to the body, I'm seeing elbows and stuff to the head from Vegas, and nothing's being called.
I told you, don't bring the officials into this.
I'm not gonna say that's why we lose, that's why we lost the other day or anything.
Just
Tied up.
And they just tied it up that quick?
Yep.
Wow.
Backhand by Barbashev.
Wow. That's the way this game's going to go. Back and forth.
Yep.
Back and forth.
Yep,
Danny texts, he's so mad. He's so mad. He got a Jack Nicholson gift. Is that a Jack Nicholson or is that... Yeah, it is. From... I don't know what movie that is, but he's throwing all kinds of pans all over the floor.
Yeah. Is that the one where he's like broken through the door? Here's
No,
Johnny.
I don't know, but Danny's out for right now, so I can't say my top 10 yet. We gotta wait to see if he gets back in.
Splits the defenders, like, oh, guys.
Focus.
I'm focused. Get on with your.
No, I can't do the top 10 list until he's here. That's what this is all about.
So I know, but with your other laundry list of items.
You know, going back to that stupid gosh, it was such a bad time, bad first experience at T-Mobile Arena. I was so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Still so mad about that. If you ever want to know, ask Sean, who's been on our podcast before. Danny would have something to say about that. Freaking tickets for standing room only with no view, so we wouldn't even be able to see the ice.
That sucks.
I did not know that they even sold tickets like that. Do they sell tickets like? Look, excuse me.
Well, they have the single goal view. They have the single goal view, but no, I mean everything. You can see at least one of the goals.
Yeah.
But it's very clearly labeled, like, you know, restricted view or something like that on the different sites. So
yeah, we only stay for like a period. Oh.
No.
Calm down.
Wait, what?
I swore that was in.
Wait, what?
The bell would have rung.
Anyways,
the light would have went off if it was. Yeah, but we did walk out, and right after we walked out, they scored like 3 goals in a row, so that was fun. So, is it gonna work this time, D?
I don't know, man. My phone's wanting me to. Yeah.
Don't use my
apparently
markers.
I was already a subscriber to Riverside, so or
Leave
whatever.
my markers on.
Well, I mean,
But
you've been here longer. You've been here longer than the entire time you were on before. You just have to move to your left a little bit. There you go. There you go.
Just up.
Oh, nope, he's gone.
Hey, when you put this up online, we need a tally down below here. It just says failed attempts.
We might need to, right? Like we might 1, number 2. Yeah, I may need a counter. Yeah, you're right. Like a little ding with a counter. I may have to edit that really good to do that.
Or maybe it's a challenge at like the beginning of the episode. Like you go back and it's not a new intro, but like, you know, it's like a transition where you say, hey, we've got a contest. Put in the comments below how many times you think Danny gets kicked out of the podcast tonight. And then you have the tally all throughout.
That would be funny. That would be hilarious. Oh my gosh. Awesome. He's back in the New York groove.
Hey, I will say this is the fastest you've made it back on, though.
I like it. Is it going to kick you out again? It's going to kick you out again for flipping us off.
I don't know, man.
See ya.
Now you're frozen.
Nope. Am I frozen? But I'm still here.
Maybe your Wi-Fi is bad. Is your Wi-Fi bad out there?
Shouldn't be. I got everything turned off.
He's really bad. Yeah, I mean, you're there. We can see you. It's just a little draggy. Is that a word, draggy?
Sure.
And bam. Now?
He's really struggling. His service. Your service is really struggling on your phone or whatever tonight. I don't know what it is.
Danny, come back to the light.
Turn off your Wi-Fi and just use your phone service. There. You can talk. Can you talk? This is such a great episode right now.
Can you hear? Nothing? No?
We can hear a little bit.
Yeah, we can now.
Now? Better?
It's better now.
Better now?
Better.
Can you hear me now?
Better now.
It's like we're in a Verizon commercial.
Oh, he's gone again.
Tally it up.
There's another one. Oh, this is gonna be classic. This is worse than my camera going out. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the part that makes it even worse is just his sad, feeble attempts to make it back in. Like, Danny, just give up.
Danny,
Just give
come
up.
on, Danny. He's coming. Danny.
Are you there?
Hey, there you are. Are you there?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
I like it. That's
Are you
it.
gonna get kicked out? Are you gonna get kicked out in like 5 seconds?
Gosh.
I'm gonna have a counter every time you get kicked out. Number 1, number 2, number 3, so that we can, move forward with that. So we're gonna kick out of this.
Yeah, we are.
I don't
Yeah,
know
we are.
what's the problem there. Do you see what he's got in the background, John? Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, I saw it. It's cute.
It's actually not a Golden Knights jersey. It's a GCR
No, it's a softball
Knights
jersey.
It's a GCR Knights jersey. It's our co-ed softball team. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Our team.
the sentiments there. Absolutely, it's a jab at you. But yeah, that's just clarifying that.
Jab all you want. I am thrilled to have a team. I'm thrilled that I'm within half an hour, 45 minutes of my team, and pretty dang happy that we made it to the playoffs our second
Half an
year.
hour, 45 minutes to your team. You must
Yeah.
be going like 90 to get to downtown Salt
Some
Lake.
of us
It does
just know
not
how to
take-
drive, Kyle.
It takes
Some of
longer
us-
than 45 minutes to get from Saratoga Springs to Eagle Mountain to Salt Lake City.
Not through Mountain View corridor, buddy. Plus,
You're-
some of us
you're
don't have the
nuts.
added weight in the car that drag us down.
You
so
are nuts.
Mm.
Anyways, let's get to my top 10. Okay.
Holy, was that a shit? Yeah, dude. That. Go ahead, Kyle. Before
Okay.
Danny gets, I'm just watching the.
No. The only game that you can even comment on during the video is the Mammoth Knights game. You cannot comment on the other one.
Is that?
No, see this one's interesting.
It
I wish I
doesn't
could
matter
bring
if
it up on
it's
here.
The only one that you can focus on because you're wearing the Utah jersey.
Hey, I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about what happened during the game. There a panel of glass behind the Kings bench. The fans were shaking it so hard that it broke all over the bench, and so now they're cleaning it up.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. Okay,
Danny,
go on with your list
Can you
before
give us
Danny
a
gets pooped
reaction
again.
like that we know you're alive and like you're there?
Who, me?
No, Danny. Is he even going to say anything? Like he's just like.
I'm waiting for your top 10, dude.
Well,
I'm just
if John would. focus,
Anytime he
he'd get
talks,
to
he
it.
gets booped out. So he's just like,
don't want to do too much over here.
Here's my top 10. All right, let's start with number 10. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but it's
hold
a
on.
great
Hey,
one.
can you break it down? Like, is this just real life movies or real life sports?
It's
Sports
true
only.
story sports movies. Not like
Okay.
yeah, like
Okay.
they're based
I
off
just wanted a
true
smoother
story.
transition into it rather than
They-
here's my
okay.
top 10 movies.
It's the top 10 sports movies based on a true story list. Okay? So
Got it.
that's what it is. My number 10. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to start at number 10 and work my way down to 1. Makes it more interesting.
Wouldn't it be bottom, work your way up?
Bottom, work your way, whatever. Yeah, whatever. you say.
Yeah, we get how they're supposed to
What do
work,
you
Kyle.
think?
Let's go ahead.
Anyway, number 10 for me is the greatest game ever played. Have you ever seen it? Shia LaBeouf
Yep.
golf game where
Yeah.
he wins the U.S. Open. And the reason I put that on there, part of it is because I love that golf game and love the guy that plays. What's his name? The guy from England. What's his name?
Your story, Kyle.
The guy who plays Harry Vardon is a
Mhm.
really cool actor. I like his character. And then at the end, when Shia LaBeouf is up on people's shoulders and they're giving money, and he's saying, fill the hat for Eddie, and then he turns around and grabs somebody's hand, and he realizes it's his dad's, who his dad has been against him playing golf, for a long time, and said that it wasn't for their family because they weren't, that makes me cry every time I see it. Like it's just a powerful moment. So the greatest game ever played is my number 10. Love that movie. My number 9 is Rudy. Grew up with that movie. There's ties there too, because the high school that they are practicing at when they do that final, tackle the dummy before, everything ends. That's actually St. Rita High School, where my dad, when he was coaching and teaching at De La Salle Institute, they used to play St. Rita High School. So I know that field, that stadium. So it's kind of cool.
That's cool.
But I mean, Rudy's just a great story. And then you hear the Joe Montana coming out and saying, nah, none of this happened, none of that happened, this, that, or the other. And it's just makes it even more dramatic. But I mean, what is it? He's the only, wasn't it one other Notre Dame player has been carried off the field after a game, if I remember right? So, and cool thing, Danny, you might not care about this. Rudy actually is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints instead of a Catholic. So kind of cool.
No, I dig your shit, Kyle.
He doesn't live in the Holy Land though, Danny. He lives somewhere else. He doesn't live in.
I cannot live in the Holy Land and respect the Holy Land. Move on, Kyle.
Okay, my number 8
gives you skin irritation, doesn't it?
Yeah,
being out here.
Feel like that.
Get this rash.
My number 8 is Coach Carter. I mean, who doesn't love Coach Carter, right? Like that's just
all right. Okay,
number 8. You'll see why, because I got some other ones that are really good above him.
Basketball guy, I would have thought you came in harder, but yeah, we'll let you finish and then we'll go through our.
Yeah, I mean, it just Coach Carter, touches a nerve with how the storyline, right, where he wants these kids to get their education, stay out of jail. I love the library scene where he says, he tells them all those stats about the boys from Richmond and how they're 90% likely to end up in jail or dead or whatnot, and then he says, those are some stats for your ass, right? Yeah. And like just kind of opens their eyes to the reality of this is real. This is what we deal with on a regular basis. So love Coach Carter, love that movie.
Absolutely.
I didn't like that they started the first game against St. Francis and then they ended the last game against St. Francis against the same team. Like that, they could have done something different there, I think, with that, storyline. But junior battle, the next Michael Jordan, everything at St. Francis. So anyways, number 7, another basketball movie, Hoosiers. I went to that Hoosier gym 2 years ago, stopped by there in Knightstown, Indiana. Man, it's just a great movie, right? Because back then in Indiana basketball, and it lasted till the early, I want to say the mid 1990s, where they took every team in the state and put them in a state tournament. It wasn't like you broke them out by division. It only started that in like the 1990s where they started breaking out in divisions. So the small schools always had a chance. Now, the crazy thing, and the reason why Hoosiers is a little bit lower is because the story that it's actually based on, the team that was that small school that it's based on, they were actually like 23-2 the year prior, made it to the state championship game and lost. And then they made it the next year and won. So it wasn't like they were this 500 team that was losing games like this or anything else, but still, that locker room scene, where he says, I love you guys. And then the huddle at the end, where Jimmy Chetwood says, I'll make it, when all the guys back up, because they weren't going to give him the ball. Like, that's just a great scene. And Butler Fieldhouse, probably one of the best venues for college basketball, and that atmosphere. So pretty cool.
Like it.
Number 6 is McFarland USA. I've been watching that quite a bit recently. Cross country story, Jim White. Man, just a powerful story. Even though it's not necessarily the most truthful, because they didn't win a championship in his first year. It took him like 2 or 3 years to finally build up that state championship. But like, it talks about those immigrants and, the pickers and things like that, and how they, ended up winning cross country and being successful in cross country. Built a, what I want to call it, a dynasty there in McFarland. And another reason it touches home for me is my cousins and my aunt and uncle grew up in Visalia, which is like 25-30 minutes from McFarland. So there's like a tie-in when we go out there to visit, and you just think about that. And Kevin Costner's really good in it. So I love McFarland USA.
Is that Danny Diaz?
Is that Danny?
That's Danny Diaz.
You're a number 5 runner. Yeah,
Like,
good times. Good times. Number 5. Well, speaking of number 5 runner, now we're at number 5. Moneyball, Brad Pitt, Oakland Athletics. Just to learn more about that whole where the analytics came from. I mean, I'm not big on analytics. I'm not big how they're used, but that movie is awesome. You know, the fact that he stuck to his guns. He traded the rookie of the year that year, Carlos Pena, because he wanted Scott Hatteberg to play first base, and Scott Hatteberg was the one who hit the home run to win their 20th game. But I mean, you know, the Art Howe and that back and forth, you know, and then the back and forth with his scouts and, you know, the blah, 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 blah. Guys, you're just talking, you know, and it's just, and all the talk between the scouts, well, he's got a good feel. He's got a good swing. He just needs at bats. Well, if he's a good hitter, why doesn't he hit? Well, he just needs more at bats. If you give him 400 bats, blah, well, why doesn't he hit? He's hitting like 160 something. Like, it's just a realistic thing. And the Peter Brand, he's not even a real person in that. Like, he was just a fictional character in that movie. So the one thing I didn't like about Moneyball is this, right? That athletics team, they had Miguel Tejada, they had Jermaine Dye, they had Eric Chavez, they had Tim Hudson, Mark Mulder, Barry Zito, Mark Ellis, Billy Koch. So like, it wasn't just those couple of guys that made that difference. That team was really, really good. So just wanted to point that out. Number 4, Friday Night Lights. Yeah, I mean, just, you can't go wrong. Billy Bob Thornton is amazing in that movie. Tim McGraw is amazing in that movie. The guy that plays Mike Winchell, not necessarily a huge fan of. Just, I don't know if that character was real in life, but like, Boobie Miles is crazy. I still question, you know, and everybody else does in that movie, why in the world, when you're up 42-6, are you putting in your starting tailback or fullback, whatever he played, and letting him, you know, risk getting hurt? Like, and he does get hurt. So that was kind of crazy. The coin flip to choose who goes to the playoffs was interesting too. But I mean, West Texas football, I don't know if it's still the same, but like, it would have been cool after watching that movie to go to a game at Ratliff Stadium out there in West Texas, Odessa Permian. And the thing that's crazy is I think they share that stadium with other teams in that area too. It's not just for Permian. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I know a lot of those big stadiums, they all share with schools. Like, they're a district. It's a district stadium. So love that movie. Love Friday Night Lights. And if I remember right, they didn't play Dallas Carter in real life in the championship game. They played him in the semifinals, and it was like a 10-6 game in the rain. I think there was a rainstorm as well. So like that, they had to up it. And all the people from Dallas Carter, after they saw the movie Friday Night Lights, were mad about it because they say it portrayed them as thugs and everything else, and that's not who they were. So, but I still love Friday Night Lights. Like, it's just powerful. Number 3, do you believe in miracles? Yeah. You know, Al Michaels Miracle. I just watched it about a week ago, and I mean, it just, that locker room scene where Kurt Russell, you know, as Herb Brooks gives that speech, you know, this is your moment, go out and take it. You know, they may beat us 9 out of 10 times, but not tonight. You know, like, that's just
not this one.
Yeah, not this one, not tonight, right? It's just chills, right? And I mean, that story is just amazing. Yeah, love that story, and love the fact that it happened during that whole communist Cold War stuff in 1980, you know, and that Russian team had been unbeatable in international hockey, and they had just blasted the United States a couple weeks before that at Madison Square Garden. So just a powerful story. And then they have that 1980 team skate out at Rice-Eccles Stadium at the opening ceremonies of the 2002 Winter Olympics. That was just awesome. Just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, is 42. Love the Jackie Robinson story. It's Chadwick Boseman played that character, and I think he played it to perfection. Just loved it.
Yeah.
How a guy coming up in that decade, or that era, where the N-word is thrown around constantly at him, he's picked on, constantly. People don't think he deserves to be there. And, the ending where he hits that home run, tells the pitcher from, I think it's Pittsburgh, give me a pitch, because the guy wasn't going to pitch to him. And, he gave him the pitch. Jackie Robinson hit the home run. And as he's, rounding the bases, the pitcher pulls off, the salute and salutes him. And I mean, that story, that 42, and the fact, the Pee Wee Reese putting his arm around him and says, maybe we'll wear 42, maybe we'll all wear 42 someday so they can't tell us apart, right? Like, it's just super powerful. It just, remember the guy, I can't remember the teammate's name, but he came up to him and asked him why he never showers with him, and then he's trying to entice him to come and shower. I can't remember the words he's using, but it's just like the most awkward moment. And yeah, anyways, it's just a powerful movie. 42. Now my number one. I'm going to give a couple honorable mentions so you can kind of start.
No, you don't. No, you don't get honorable mentions.
Right, throw our honorable mentions in there.
No, Kyle.
Right, before we do the number one. There's some
Kyle.
This is my top 10 list.
I know. Kyle, I know, but shut up for a second. We didn't do this all right anyways. You should have given your list out, then we should have had discussion. Because now we're going to have to go back after the fact. Luckily, I've written your list down, so you don't get honorable mentions. This isn't Kyle's podcast.
This is honorable mentions.
This is all of us.
This is my podcast. This is my episode. You can do what you want when you have your top 10.
No,
so honorable mentions.
No, it's bullshit. It's not going to come out, Kyle. It's not going to come out. It's not going to come out. Nope, no honorable mentions.
Road is on my honorable mention.
Nope.
This segment brought to you by Coors.
By Coors Light. Hey, this segment brought to you by Holiday gas stations.
You guys could have said stuff
all across, up and down the Wasatch Front. Thank you very much. Come get your goods.
Are you gonna stop talking, or are you going to let me finish?
No honorable mentions, buddy. You're taking away our ability to.
You can hate on it all you want after I'm done. When you have
no honorable mentions.
You do your top 10 list. I'm giving you my honorable mentions.
Kyle, no.
I'm done recording, bud. If you're going to be like this.
Hey, then what are we going to get back?
If we're setting the standard,
I'm done with the honorable mentions. Calm down.
If we're setting the standard, when we get our episode, John, we will use our time to do that.
Pitch to you. Number one is the surprise. You don't know what it is, so I'm going to give you some honorable mentions. So maybe you can even start thinking about what it is.
Go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead. Hey, this isn't the way it should be run, but go ahead.
What's your honorable mention one, Kyle?
No, we'll go to number one. Remember the Titans is my number one. So go ahead and debate. Like, that bothers me.
Why does that bother you, Kyle?
But like, how should it be done, John? Let's break that down before we debate my top 10 list. I would love to hear it.
So it doesn't give us the ability, Kyle, to have good banter back and forth. Like when we're looking at the greatest game ever played, we could talk about other golf shows, golf movies, right? Like Legend of Bagger Vance. I know it's not necessarily a true story, but it has real life characters in it. Do we take that into account? But now here we are, at least 10 movies in, and we're not going to have that dialogue. So you can go ahead and give honorable mentions, but I mean, the list would be long. How many honorable mentions, Kyle? 1, 5, 10?
3 honorable mentions that I just said I was going to tell you about. I already mentioned it, but you were talking over me, so probably nobody heard them.
And
probably not.
If I may interject, I mean, I understand what you're talking about with honorable mentions, John, but it also, if we were to dissect every one of his top 10s, we would have far exceeded the time on this show. So I think the best approach, personally, this is my opinion, personally.
Go ahead.
I like how he delivered it. I've written down his top 10. I've already got my top 10 and about 15 other movies just in case somebody happened to mention them. So I figured we would get our time and then we would say, hey, man, I agree with this. I agree with this. I agree with this. I don't like this. I would put this here, kind of this, that, and the other thing. So that's, in my opinion, how I think it would roll, right?
And that's fine. But that's why I say there shouldn't be honorable mentions then, because it takes our ability to come back and say, well, hey, this one should have been in there.
But I want to hear your number one, Kyle. We got to have emphasis on that. We didn't go 10 through 9 to bullshit about some honorable mention dumb shit and argue about how we should do it. But let's hear your number one, Kyle. That's what we want to hear, and I want to hear why. Because I know
number one is Remember the Titans. And a big reason for that is I went and saw that movie more in the movie theater than any other sports movie on my list because I love it. Denzel Washington is great. The storyline is great. I still love the locker room and the championship game. Julius Randle, you demanded perfection of us. Now, I'm not perfect and nobody else is here, but as a team, we are perfect. And that if it's okay with you, I'd like to go out, that way. And, then Bill Yost jumps in and says, yeah, I can't remember the quote, but like just him finally buying into this whole integration situation. And I just powerful, and yeah. And then to have Rev run it in, on the reverse to end the game after he hadn't played. And they're all like, they're going to throw it deep. They're going to throw it. No, they're going to run it right up your tail and score a touchdown to win the state championship. And, I love the line when they play Ed Henry in the state championship game and Yost sees him in shotgun formation. He's like, who do they think they are? The New York Jets? I'm thinking the New York Jets are awful. So how do they pick the New York Jets?
That could be the worst possible team you could have said.
How do you pick the New York Jets?
But who was on the Jets at the time when that movie would have been made?
That might have been a Joe Namath, though. So they might have been actually good.
Might have been.
So
the only time they were good.
Yeah.
Oh, if they knew how many years in the future.
Yeah. So that's my top 10. I know there's disputes, but I based a lot of it off of movies that I choose to watch over and over again. But I mean, there's so many, so many true story sports movies that I love that putting it in a top 10 is hard because that's my top 10, guys. So have at it. Let's hear some thoughts on that top 10.
Take her away, sir.
I would say the biggest one, and I think it's a travesty that it's not on this list, is A League of Their Own.
I have that right here on my outside.
I think about the overall story, about what happened during the war, and the opportunity that these ladies were given, and they took full advantage of it. But then just the way that they portray things in the movie, from the relationship between Dottie and her younger sister, John Lovitz's character. Hey, cowgirls, you see the grass? Don't eat it. Things like that.
Nice.
What do you suggest for this one? A lot of night games. Just how they portrayed everything was just hilarious.
Oh.
I would say probably more than any other baseball movie that would have. I mean,
there's no crying.
Moneyball's great and everything, but
there's no crying in baseball.
Oh yeah, my manager was Rogers Hornsby. That whole scene, but I mean, it's just like that one. McFarlane USA, that beats out that one.
Yeah, I watch it more than I watch A League of Their Own. I'm sorry.
It's all got personal effect, and
some of us believe in equal rights. That's all.
You're gonna go with that fucking angle? Really?
You know what, Danny? It's funny. I was thinking about that as he was talking about A League of Their Own. My list is all male movies. And I was thinking about that. He's talking about A League of Their Own. If people see this on social media, it could be taken. I'm like,
so dumb.
Yep.
dumb. No, I love I
So
love the
dumb.
movie. I'm a supporter, John. I love it. Good
Yeah.
call. But move on.
What about I've got more. No, but let's alternate. Let's alternate. You've got one on your list.
Oh no! I'm gonna go. No, you run through your shit. I'm gonna run through my shit because I kind of got a different approach than you do. So you go ahead, and then I'll take over.
So couple and one more baseball one that I watched over and over and over was 61. The Roger Maris story and everything that he went through.
I tried to watch. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, it was. I think it was on HBO or something like that. And then when it came out on DVD, I just remember watching it over and over and over. Because it's just a humble guy that's doing something amazing, and the struggle that he goes through. Like, I don't think we see that. Like professional players when they're chasing records and the stress and everything that they go through. The movie portrayed it amazingly, and like how, it linked it up to, McGuire and his chase for the record. I don't know. It was a good movie. I wouldn't necessarily, I don't know that I would put it in over most of the rest of yours, but that just another great baseball movie.
Yeah.
100% I would have had Rush. That was it was an F1 movie that had, who was it? I forgot the two main drivers' names.
The guy that plays Thor, right?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth and I can't remember the other actor's name, but just the whole story of that season where he finally won an F1 championship. The Chris Hemsworth character, it was the only one that he ever won, and I believe he ended up dying in a car crash. And it talked about just how dangerous the sport was, and to the point where they were drilling holes in their masks for ventilation when it was raining. But some of like the cinematography that they did for that movie was like cutting edge at the time. Really cool movie.
Was it true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have watched the movie. Honestly,
Yeah.
It was a badass movie to watch. I didn't know that it was actually a based on a true story.
I'll be honest. I've never watched it. I've seen it. But I've never watched it.
Yeah, it's really good.
There's only like 3 racing movies that I really watch. And let's see, one of them is the new F1 with Brad Pitt. Gran Turismo is another one. Ford versus Ferrari is a third one. Oh, that's a sports movie that I forgot on.
That was another one on my list. Yeah, it was Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, totally forgot about that. And then the other racing movie is Days of Thunder, which isn't a true story.
Oh, yeah, with Tom Cruise. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, Ricky Bobby. Is that's true,
no,
right?
Stop it! Stop it! No.
No. Yeah,
I like it.
But yeah, I would throw Rush up there. Ford versus if I had to choose between the two, probably Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, I love Ford versus Ferrari.
Yes, sir.
And then the last one that I had on my list that I was like, okay, this one really needs to be in there is the movie Unbroken. That was the story of the Olympian who, I think he went to the Berlin Games, won a gold medal, and one of the guys that he was competing against ended up being in a Japanese officer, and he was captured during World War II and basically just tortured, beaten, and all this stuff. And one of the officers that was in charge of this internment camp was the guy that he faced, and he just would refuse to bow down to this guy. And it just punishment after punishment after punishment. And I don't know. That was cool.
I think he ended up making it home too, didn't he?
He did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah, that's the bulk of my list.
Nice.
Bulk of my. I won't waste. I won't waste the rest of the time. But I think those 4 could have been in my top 10, 15 if we were expanding it there.
It's so crazy how many. Once again, like I was saying last week when we got into this whole bracket thing before, these movies just start pouring out, and you're like, oh, what about this one? What about this one? Oh my God, what about this one? Right? Like it really, sports and movies belong together. Go ahead, John.
Well, and I was just gonna say, like, I didn't even get into like some of the fighting movies. Like, I remember growing up watching Raging Bull.
There you go.
With Robert De Niro.
Attaboy.
Like that's a great one. He had Cinderella Man with
Cinderella Man's on my list here. Yeah.
Russell Crowe, I think it was. There was the Mark Wahlberg.
The Fighter. The
The
Fighter.
The Fighter.
That was a great movie. Yeah.
Like, there's a number of good ones there, and like, yeah, like, how do you choose? Like, when you choose your top 10, do you say, oh, I have to have one from each sport, or
Right. Yeah, it's so tough. It's so tough.
So to spell out my top 10, I'll say this. My top 10 is when I go to check Prime or I go to check Disney Plus or something, and I see these movies, I'm clicking on them to watch them over digging through to see other ones. Like, they're some of my favorites, and so that's why they're on my top 10. And like I told with the Remember the Titans is my number one. That's the one I went and saw in the movie theaters the most. Like, I think I saw it like 9 or 10 times the first week it came out in the movie theaters. Like, I would go multiple times in a day with friends to watch it, so that's why my number one is the number one. Yeah. Like,
is this like the dollar theater or whatever?
Basically. Yeah. I mean, it's back in the day when it was
buy one ticket at the beginning of the day and you just keep going from theater to theater, dude. And they don't
just
ever
rub out the time.
2002. So, movie theaters weren't as expensive.
No, well, I mean, hey, I used to literally do that. We'd go to watch one movie and then just go from one theater to the next theater because, I mean,
I will not admit to crimes on this podcast.
I will. I've been convicted of a lot worse than I will admit to on this podcast. But yeah, no, it's so many great movies, dude. So many great movies. I mean, Kyle, you nailed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6 of the ones that I had on the top 10. So I mean, we're all definitely in the same ballpark. It's great to see the different, the different respects we all give to our different sports, right? To the different sports. Like, you took a little more, The Greatest Game. That's a good movie, dude. Absolutely, dude. I watched it. For me personally, not my top 10, and that's what a personal top 10 is about. That's your top 10. Like I said, that's what you want to watch. Like I said, we're on the same page with most. The one thing that, and I just watched this movie 2 weeks ago, and it's kind of cool that we came into this because one of my favorite movies of all time is Hoosiers, right? I mean, the story is so great, such a great story. I mean, grew up watching it, but I watched it the other day, and you go to like movies that you want to go watch. When's the last time you sat down and watched it? It sucks. As far as cinematic things are talking about, like it's a struggle to watch. I get it. Like I said, I love it. But to sit down and watch it, I was like, man, this sucks.
Like,
so
there's some of those stories they need to redo. Like,
right? Like, I get it. The story, love the story. Love all the actors. Well, I mean, but it sucked. It sucks as a movie, cinematically speaking. So that's the first one I'll jump into. Rudy, one of those stories I grew up hearing. I hated it growing up. It's a classic story. It just annoyed me when I was younger. It did. And I'll still watch it if it's on. I'll absolutely watch it. I'm an Irish fan, and I love the story, so I will watch it. But for me, not a top 10. Right? That's just for me personally. Coach Carter, for me, I thought it would be way higher on your list. Being a basketball guy, that is an absolute classic flick. But kind of going outside of the box here a little bit. Couple of movies that you didn't mention that really surprised me, like We Are Marshall.
Have that on my list.
Yeah, We Are Marshall, and that. Talk about, dude, I watched that in the theater. Me and Tessa actually watched that in the theater. I believe my senior year of high school, 99 is about when that came out. And, dude, talk about tugging at the heartstrings. That one right there, yeah, absolutely tugs at the heartstrings.
The best scene in that movie is when, they throw that final pass and then the guy comes down with it. And you see on the sidelines, you see Matthew McConaughey leap like 6 feet in the air, and you see the crowd all raise their hands, at that perfect moment after showing all the tragedy and everything that went on in those little clips. That's the best scene of that movie.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You are Marshall.
That movie. That movie is deep. Yeah. for me. I had Glory Road on my honorable mention list. King Richard, that's kind of a newer one that a lot of people don't talk about. The Serena and Venus Williams story with Will Smith. That's actually, if you haven't watched it, watch it. Along with Concussion. Yeah. Concussion is another great movie that Will Smith doesn't get a lot of credit for, but it was really a good story. I have The Fighter on the list also. Brian's song, that goes back to the Gale Thayer story. That's deep. You know, that was at the time, that was unheard of. A white man and a black man rooming together, dude. That's big, right, John? Obviously, you're familiar with that movie, huh? No, you said you.
Oh yeah. I was like, I don't room with a black man.
Your ass. I'm just saying, you were like, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Trying to entice the conversation here.
Yeah, no, those, I'm a historical guy. I love it. Like, I love watching things, like even documentaries, like going back and learning a little bit more about why things happened the way they did and how impactful they were on a larger scale.
Well, I was specifically speaking about Brian's song because I'm not done.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, go ahead. Sorry. But yes, I understand where you're going.
Express, the Ernie Banks story, that's a crazy story. Prefontaine, there's actually two different movies about Steve Prefontaine, being obviously from Oregon. That's that's where Nike came from, right? Hard to believe that you didn't have Miracle as number one. That's what I have. Miracle number one. John already posted, League of Their Own. That should have been on there. And one movie we're kind of missing, and I love it to death, dude. Hey, Cool Runnings.
I got two.
Cool Runnings,
yes.
dude.
Cool Runnings.
How about that? Are you dead? Are you dead? Yeah. Are you dead, man? Yeah. So yeah. And then one more movie that's kind of, and it's a great story. It really is, and it is a true story. Gridiron Gang with The Rock.
Yep.
I mean, he does some great things with those juveniles and whatnot, and that's that's a super good story. So a lot of great sports movies.
Well, I mean, you mentioned a bunch of them that I have listed that aren't on my list. Like, I also have like Seabiscuit was a good one that I like watching.
Secretariat.
Have you ever seen 12 Mighty Orphans?
No.
It's an orphanage where they start a football team, and they go on to get to the state championship game in Texas. Like, it's an awesome movie. Luke Wilson is the coach, so it's an 12 Mighty Orphans.
How about Long Shots?
Yeah,
Long Shots.
When the Game Stands Tall, the one about the De La Salle Street.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard of this one. It's called Greater. What's his name? About the guy that walked on at Arkansas and ended up being a first-round draft pick.
I was just looking that one up.
What is it?
Greater is what it's named.
Yeah, it's
Brandon Bolesworth.
What's the guy's name?
Brandon
Bolesworth. Yeah, and how he dies before he gets a chance to start in the NFL in that crazy accident when he's driving home to his mom's house.
How about The Rookie? We didn't even talk about The Rookie, dude.
The Rookie's a good one.
Jim Quaid, dude.
Invincible is another one that wasn't on. That's in there too, like with Mark Wahlberg playing.
Where he's for the Eagles.
He played for the Eagles. Yeah, absolutely.
Here's one that's not on any of your guys' lists. Air.
Yeah. Wait,
that was
fuck. I can't believe I didn't bring that up, dude. It's too recent, I think, because I don't relate the movie to it, but that is a great movie.
2023. Yeah, all about the Michael Jordan shoe deal and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that rolls almost kind of rolls off with the Prefontaine movies. Like that's almost a prequel to that. That's great. Ben Affleck, right, is in the movie.
Yep, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. There's a ton of guys in there. Chris Tucker, Jason Bateman.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. It is great cast.
Yeah.
And then you have The Blind Side too that we didn't talk about.
We did. It's on my list. The problem with The Blind Side is all the recency bias about the story. Yeah. But here's the thing about all these movies. Like, first of all, like there's always that poetic justice or poetic license, they call it. Like it's based on a true story, but we're going to make a cinematic shift and run
Yeah.
it this way. All these movies have that. 61 had
Mhm.
it, Blindside,
Yeah.
all these movies had it. Otherwise, it would be called a documentary.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
the fact of the
Blind
matter.
Side, Michael Oher said they portrayed him like he didn't know how to play football, but he did know how to play football.
But the
when he
problem
lived
is
with the
he didn't bitch about that until his NFL career was almost
Hey,
over.
was
That's
over.
the problem
Yeah.
I have with it. You
I
know what
know
I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It was
that-
good while the getting was good, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like-
Oh, I'm almost out of money, so now I'm going to go sue some people for, a long-term business plan here. But that's the problem I have with that. But I mean,
Yeah.
all
Another
these
movie-
stories are a little bit cinematically blown up.
Another movie we didn't mention is $1 Million Arm.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
How about $1 Million Baby?
That touches close to home with me because as a sophomore and junior, during the fall, I would go to camps with Tom House and work with him, pitching wise, mechanics, all that stuff. So it's kind of cool to see that he was the one that kind of got those kids into to sign, professional contracts. So
Yes.
yeah, there's so many great movies, and like to each their own with the top 10 list. I think we should decide who's doing their top 10 list and what it's going to be. Or you don't have to decide what it's going to be. You can say that next week.
I think we should foreshadow. Like, I think that'll
Who's
bring.
going to do it next week? You or John?
Do you have something on the shelf, John, that you'd like to work with? Because I will let you go ahead and take it if you'd like to.
We should
Not,
check in.
not on the shelf as of right now. Say that again?
What's the score?
It's still 2-2. Still 2-2. Yep. No, I mean I've got ideas, but no, nothing concrete yet.
I mean,
What do you got, Darren? You have a concrete one?
I don't have a concrete one. I've got one that I've been solidly flirting with, and it's gonna be. And there's going to be a lot of discussion because it's a broad category. I don't know whether I want to narrow it down per sport or not, but my idea is, top 10 broadcasters. And I don't know if I want to do that per sport because, dude, if I'm going top 10 broadcasters, that is a very, very broad category because some guys are niche guys that do certain sports. And there's some guys that do all the sports, multiple sports.
Yeah.
Like,
Can we have it the opposite?
Anything, right?
Yeah. Can we do the opposite of like who are your top 10 least favorite ones? Because there's a couple there. Bob Costas being one of them that I can't stand.
Well, that's your own. If you want to make a list like that, John, that is your prerogative. So, I mean,
I don't know.
I'm talking about people that because. If I don't want to listen to somebody, I'll just not listen to them. But I'm still people that I enjoy listening to.
The worst is during the Olympics. I know this year it wasn't him; it was Mike Tirico, right?
Yep.
But like in past Olympics, it's been Bob Costas. I'm just like
until he had his eye thing, and then he got all fucked up, and then Tirico went in and took over, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
We kind of got an eye thing, but yeah, I mean, but I digress. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking towards. I'll put out this little cliffhanger. We're going to do some sort of broadcaster type of top 10. Don't know what I'm going to narrow it down to.
So maybe make it like this. Are you going to? I shouldn't say this. It's your list, but like
no, go ahead. I'm up for
suggestions,
homie. I'm an open book.
Are they still? Is this still alive, or are we thinking?
No, this will be
too.
This will be some sort of my favorite people to listen to top 10, right? If I'm tuning into a game and I hear that voice, dude, like that is a voice like Keith Jackson. Tuning into, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. When I tune into a broadcast, I don't see his face, but I hear his voice and I know I'm going to enjoy the broadcast, watch the game and listen to it. And it's going to be enjoyable. So, like I said, I mean, that's a broad list. To narrow it down to 10 overall, I don't know if I can do that. 10 for one sport maybe might be the better route. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I'm gonna shape that over the next week, and we'll come up with something cool.
That'd be cool. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. So John can think about his. So he'll be in 2 weeks, and he'll do his top
2
10.
weeks.
It gives him a time to figure it out.
And then it'll be like on, and it'll be like Monday. Hey, what was I supposed to do tomorrow?
Probably. I'll come through though. I'll have a list.
Absolutely.
How long is that series?
I expect you do.
Is it a 5-game series or is it a 7-game series?
All of them are 7-game series.
Oh, that's why the
3
NHL
rounds?
playoffs drag on.
3 rounds for the finals, or 2 rounds then the finals?
3 rounds then the finals.
Gotcha.
So long.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, like, I don't know. The last few years, as I've been paying more and more attention to hockey, and especially now that the Mammoth are in it, it's just every single playoff series. It's like whether it was the Lightning, Montreal, like these teams hate each other, and it's a lot more physical than the regular season. And like, I don't know, it's awesome seeing the playoffs.
That's cool.
Whew,
Well,
I just know our team is not as physical, and they're being asked to be more physical, which wears them out at the end of games. So that's why I'm nervous. It's 2-2, 7 minutes to go. Can we maintain the physicality?
Sounds like the story of the Jazz for years. You know, they didn't have that physicality until, you know, Karl Malone would try to knee a guy in the nut.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know, it was a lot of just, you know, kind of finesse. Let's try to score some points and whatnot. But, you know.
it was still a push-off. I'll always say it was still a push-off.
It doesn't matter, but it wasn't called, so that's fine. And, you know, and obviously I'm a Jordan fan. Like, I was all the way invested in that. And Byron Russell, he was the guy that could lock down Jordan almost as good as anybody else in the NBA. Like, he could defensively play him as good as anybody. But, you know, greatest of all time went ahead and, you know, made his little shove by. We'll call it a little bucket to end it. Yeah, great times in '98.
Question: How do you think the Jazz land on the old?
They're still going to end up at 4 or 5. They're not going to get a number 1 pick. It's just the way that they have it with that stupid lottery. You know, it doesn't matter if they finish dead last in the NBA. They never get the number 1 pick for what because the NBA doesn't do it right. Like, no, the last place team
shit right. The NBA sucks.
No.
It does. It's awful. That could be another episode, but it is such bad basketball and so poorly run that it's just So John,
I'm more excited about the NFL draft than I am the NBA playoffs. Like,
which NFL draft starts this week too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm more excited for that than actual sports.
Yeah.
That's depressing. I should not be more excited about the NFL draft than the NBA playoffs.
No.
I mean, I'm excited for the, you know, college baseball playoffs, college softball playoffs, you know. Oh no, they scored.
Yes. Logan Cooley, baby.
What a way to end this. What a way to end this podcast episode. That was pretty heated for a minute. I got pretty heated, so I'll apologize to my guys for.
It's fine. Hey, that's what great content is about, because we're going to get off this and be like, yo, dude, that was cool. You know, whatever. That's fine. We're not like Shannon Sharp and leave the network, dude. It's cool. We'll be fine.
I was this close to being like, he may actually hit the stop record button.
I actually thought it was
I had my hand on the mouse for a second.
That's why I was trying to talk him off the ledge. That's why I got involved.
I was pushing the buttons.
And
100%.
In McFarland USA, there is a scene where the guy, one of the runners, is ready to jump off the bridge. So I was about ready to be like that.
You guys are across the valley. I'm a long ways away, so I was just trying to do my part from over here in Podunk, Nevada.
I would have driven over to your house, Kyle, and been like, "Here's the Snickers. Okay, Betty White, calm down."
Love it.
Snickers might have been a good thing right there. Sometimes,
no, but he's on a diet. He's down 10 pounds, right, Kyle? We down 10 pounds?
It's down to 11 now. It's down 11.
Attaboy. Let's go, Kyle. We're proud of you.
I'll get you one of those Snickers protein bars that I got. Remember, like a year ago?
Snickers, 0 calorie.
Oh,
they were like any protein bar. It was grainy as crap, and I was like going into it like, if Snickers is putting their name on this, it's got to be halfway decent.
it was not good.
No,
No.
I took a bite or two, and I remember Kyle was like, "So," and I was like,
No.
"Nope."
Oh, I got some from Costco that are really good, and one of them is a peanut butter chocolate. That it's not that grainy stuff. It's actually really, it's good, and so been using those and protein shakes and eating a lot of
Did you ever
protein and.
Did you ever get the Built Bars?
No, I actually tried them before and I couldn't stand them, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Anyways, where are you going? The podcast isn't over yet. We're still recording. You just walk away like
Okay,
that.
Kyle. Huh?
We're still recording. The record button is still hit.
I know. I went to go get these to show you. I bought a bag of them the other day. Like, they had people there that were like, instead of buying a box of one flavor, they were like building boxes of them.
Huh.
Pretty good. Cookie dough. But I'm a coconut guy. These were my favorite. The coconut ones.
Not a coconut guy. Not
So,
not a coconut.
There's other ones. There's like mint chocolate chip. But yeah, I ate most of the other ones, but I got a lot of the cookie dough and coconut ones. So
Yeah. So
I'd recommend those.
I'm still on my first round of shot that goes for 4 weeks. So like into May, Danny, when you see me, unless I come out to Elko, which that's always possible, but
No, it's not.
until
You're
you
bullshitting
see
me.
me again in Montana in July, you'll see me on this too, but like I should be down as the dosage ramps up over the
Well,
second and
that's
third month.
so you're not playing in Wendover because you got shit going on 1st of May. So you're not playing in June either.
Well, if we're going to Pocatello, I will probably still go to Pocatello, but we haven't confirmed all that, so we need to confirm
have.
that.
No, we're going
Anyway.
to. You're the one that's trying to say you want to go to Evanston, whatever. We're going to Pocatello. We said
Let's
that's
go to
on. We're
Pocatello.
going to
I'm going to
Pocatello.
Evanston the next weekend
But
anyway because we got
Evanston's his birthday weekend.
Yeah, that's the
Evanston's my
next
birthday
weekend, and then we're going again in August, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's been established. Don't argue with me, Kyle.
Okay, I'm sorry. This has been a
Easy.
heated episode. We've already talked about this.
Yeah.
It's just good that you were able to stay in the final 45 minutes of this episode.
Now we're taking a dig, attaboy. That's called deflecting, Kyle. Like psychologically speaking, when I'm picking on you and you start to flip the script, that's deflecting. So that's a whole new thing. Let's go ahead and end this podcast. We've been on here long enough with my struggles and yours and all that shit.
The whole whataboutisms, we love it. So everybody,
Yes.
make sure you hit that like and subscribe. John's excited. He's locked in right now because the Mammoth are leading. How much time is left?
4 minutes 20 seconds.
Okay, 4 minutes
Great
20 seconds.
time.
We won't
Good
get
night.
to see
Let's get have a good night.
at the end of it. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode.